A very warm welcome to the Al-Faisaly Stadium, 20 kilometers to the south of Doha in the capital of Qatar. It's one of two venues in the city chosen to host the final stages of the AFC Champions League Western region. Tonight, surprise package Al-Faisaly from Saudi Arabia take on Foolad from Iran in the third of the round of 16 matches. Conditions, again, just a little bit chilly, 21 degrees centigrade, 48% humidity. There's a little bit of a wind outside, but this is a fully enclosed stadium, so the conditions are actually perfect for playing football. An awful lot has happened to Al-Faisaly since May of 2021 when they won the Saudi Kings Cup to qualify for the current edition of the AFC Champions League. For a start, they've been relegated from the top flight to the Saudi League and are having a tough time winning back their seat at Saudi Arabia's increasingly competitive top division. But in the midst of that relegation season, the team known as the Burgundy of Sudan made remarkable progress in the group stages of the AFC Champions League. With all the matches hosted in Daman in Saudi, Al-Faisaly had a territorial advantage, which they capitalised upon. 2 wins and 3 draws, seeing them top their group. But after that came the relegation, and that was 10 months ago. There's been a fair amount of change of personnel at the club since then, although Greek coach Marios Uzanidis remains in charge. As for Foolad in the white, well, since they qualified for the competition, courtesy winning the AFC Cup in August of 2021, they've also had a mixed time with 6th and 5th place finishers in the highly competitive Persian Gulf Pro League. And this season, they're a lowly 9th, 18 points off top spot, 2/3 of the way through the season. They're also on a dreadful run of 3 straight defeats, all of which have been goalless. So as you can see, neither team is really expected to do well in this competition, which in many ways takes all the heat out of the situation for them. They have absolutely nothing to lose because the expectations are low, especially for the team in Burgundy, the team from Saudi Arabia. Now, they've got a little group of about 100 fans who've made the journey. It's a 9-hour journey from the Riyadh province. And they will be enthusiastically waving their team upon. And what a famous victory it would be. They're a team coached by the Greek Uzanidis, whose reputation is in the 2nd and 3rd levels of Saudi football. For them to win the Kings Cup was a remarkable achievement. But this one really is a tough test. Let's see how well the Iranian team, though, will travel. Foolad, KHOUZESTAN. Foreign spine to the team with an Austrian goalkeeper in Chris Net and Spanish central midfielder in Roberto Torres. They've also got Ashkan Dejaga, who they can look upon for a little bit of inspiration as well. The 59-capped attacking midfielder will be key to their hopes of making through to the quarterfinals, which will take place on Thursday of this week. Strains of the AFC anthem get underway, and it's a small but passionate group of fans who will greet the players. No support of any real note for the Iranians, 3 or 4 people, expats living in Qatar, in Doha. Any atmosphere will have to be generated by those in Burgundy, away to the left when their teams make their way out onto a perfect looking playing surface. This is the AFC Champions League round of 16. We are in Doha at the Al-Faisaly Stadium, and this is a contest between the Burgundy of Al-Faisaly of Saudi Arabia up against the white-shirted Foolad KHOUZESTAN from Iran. Ahmed Al-Qassar leading the Al-Faisaly team out, the goalkeeper. Was an under-23 international, but is 31 years of age now. Vast experience for him, and they will need him to be calm. They will need him to backstop a resolute, I suspect, defensive rearguard action. They do have pace with Willy Semedo, the Cape Verde winger, and Rossi, the Brazilian. So they can try to counter, which is what I'm expecting them to try to do. Foolad will come into this game knowing that they've struggled to score goals throughout this season. This is the Al-Faisaly lineup. I'm expecting a 4-2-3-1. Rossi, number 10, Rosili da Silva, and Willy Semedo, the attacking threat. Josef Vukovic is the Croatian, 30 years of age now, on loan from Hajduk Split. Ahmed Al-Kassa will backstop the team with Ahmed Asiri, an 11-club centre-back. Looking to shore things up defensively. 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Semedo leading the line. Look out for Abdulaziz Al-Sharid operating down the right-hand side, the number 88. As for Foolad of KHOUZESTAN, Ashkan Dejega was the man the cameras focused upon, and quite rightly so. 59 international caps for him, 36 years of age now. Chris Net is the Austrian goalkeeper, and Roberto Torres, the Basque-born Spanish, or Basque-born, 4 caps for the Basque region, signed from Osasuna. Quickly sorting the team lineups out for posterity. Not the smoothest team lineup you've seen. Let's hope they're a little bit more organised defensively than that. Match referee is Ahmed Al-Kaf from Oman. 13th year as a FIFA match official. Likes to keep his cards in his pocket. Just 25 yellow cards and 1 red shown in his last 8 matches. He's a good communicator. I saw him last in a match in the AFC Cup. Foolad KHOUZESTAN, they've got Chris Net in goal. Defensively, Mehdi Sheri and Aref Agassi have both got bags of experience, as Bavi is a youngster who's forced his way into the lineup. Wahid Hidaria will play on the left-hand side. Number 3, Sasan Ansari, despite the number, will play up front. Torres providing the opportunities, so Foolad hope to get them into the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Javed Nakunem, 151 international caps for his country. Marinos Ozanidis, the Greek, who has been in charge ever since that famous victory in the King's Cup. He also oversaw the relegation and is trying to negotiate the way back to the top flight for Al-Faisaly of Harbour City. Teams once again will be called into the centre line as we pay our respects to the tragic events that happened with the earthquake that affected people in Syria and Turkey. Our thoughts go with those people, and let's hope that they can reconstruct their lives as quickly as possible. Constant reminder that much, however seriously we take this sport, it does remain a game. However, for Foolad of KHOUZESTAN and Al-Faisaly of Riyadh province in Saudi Arabia, an opportunity to create a really famous moment in their history. Foolad in the white will get us underway. Referee Al-Kaf blows the whistle. Foolad immediately Ansari looking forward. 83 Sina Maridi posted forward, and some instant closing down coming in there from Amal Shamrani. Looks like he's going to play a central role because there's real pace from Rossi and Willy Semedo. Very much a 4-1-4-1 lineup for Al-Faisaly, the Saudi team, in the burgundy. There's Buhamdan. There's a ton of experience in this Foolad KHOUZESTAN side. There's Agassi, who's an international. Just tries to get things going. First ball slid back to the goalkeeper Al-Kasa. He looks out wide. Vukovic, important role for Vukovic. And he's done well to find Semedo. 5th place in the first division of the Saudi League are Al-Faisaly. They're not too far off the opportunity to make it back into the top flight after relegation last year. That's nicely taken by Al-Shamrani. Torres. Tried to drift out wide, Roberto Torres. He's more a creator than the central midfielder, as Buhamdan will share the bulk of the defensive work in the heart of midfield with Sina Maridi. Chris Nett. More and more teams in Asian club competition are choosing a goalkeeper as one of their foreign players. For a long time it was considered too much of a gamble, a waste. But the defensive record of Foolad KHOUZESTAN suggests that putting Chris Nett in goal hasn't harmed them too much. Maridi. The game as expected. It's Al-Faisaly sitting back, trying to be compact and tight. Kamazi doing the chasing there from right back. Patient build-up, but it's all square along the floor. Bags of possession, but no real penetration in these very, very early stages. Already you can see the shape of the game. Maridi, heavily involved. Buhamdan. Agassi looks for Torres. Vukovic bursts through but is dispossessed. That's a good tackle. Vukovic tries to just get back into the right position. Plenty of burgundy shirts back here defending. There's Vahid, 30-year-old, on the left-hand side of the defence. He'll be expected to get forward quite a bit, I'd imagine. Just a little shove in the back from Rossi. So it's a 4-5-1 when defending, but the pace of Rossi and Semedo suggests that that'll quickly become a 4-3-3 when attacking. And see what support they can get through midfield. 5 white Foolad shirts. That's gone into the near post, and Al-Kasa. The flag is up for offside, but Al-Kasa wasn't to know that. In the end, relatively clear the decision. There's Bavi, the youngster, teenager. Al-Kasa goes long. It's over everybody. Semedo is claiming a little clip off the head. Medishiri with the throw. It's all very congested in there. Pahlavan can't control it. Comes back to Banawi. Now there's a chance for Vahid, just get a little bit of width. Ahead of him there was nobody going down the line. He's forced back inside. Hamdan. Vahid. Vahid taken out of play. That's nicely done by the Jaga. Hamdan again. Patience, I think, is going to be absolutely essential until the first goal comes, if it does come. Vahid is closed down once again by Rossi. Long ball over the top, and Walid is able to shepherd that one out. Neat turn. Pahlavan. Nice turn from Pahlavan. Gets to the byline. Headed clear by Walid. Good jump at the back stick it was, though, by Mehdi Shiri. Al-Kaf just having a word with Rossi to say there's a couple of tackles have gone in the early stage. We're only 7 minutes into the game, so nothing too obvious. That's what I mean with the referee. He does communicate. So if Rossi does go flying in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so, he has been told. As the Jaga loses out. Helped forward by Yassin Banawi. Agassi. Hamid Hamdan. And the angled ball looking for Mehdi Shiri, because he's going to be absolutely shattered. Shiri couldn't keep the ball in. But that already is 3 lung-bursting runs he's made down that right-hand side. And he's trotting back. That'll test his fitness levels. 3 sprints in 8 minutes. Plus some defensive work as well. Isam Pahlavan with the press, not wanting to allow Al-Faisaly to play the ball out from the back. There is a press immediately on there as Walid goes to left back. Banawi has done well. Al-Faisaly have played this one out nicely, and Vukovic can start again. Al-Khumaisi looking down the line for Rossi. Javan Nakudam just trying to sort his team out defensively. But it's how they just are able to pick their way through Al-Faisaly that will, I think, be essential to this. Rossi goes down under a challenge from Agassi. Nothing doing, says either the referee or the assistant. Net's first touch. That's Bavi. Long ball over the top. Don't let it bounce. Ahmad Shiri. Here's a Shiri once again. Just his goalkeeper. He then plays a risky pass out. Breaks to Semedo, though. It's given straight away and then one back. It's a nice recovery from Abdulaziz Al-Sharid. Rossi. Al-Sharid beaten to the punch. Ten minutes played. Pahlavan just trying to lift it up to the far post, but Alcácer's positioning was good and his distribution is rapid. Semedo, Cape Verde international. Vahid. And he looks ahead of him. There's nobody really down the line. There was just a moment ago when Parlavan got to the byline and put in a cross that was easily picked up by Ahmed Al-Qasser. Torres hasn't been able to get into the game so far for the Iranians. Agassi goes all the way back to Chris Nett. Nett thinks of the long blast forward, or the long pass. Aref Agassi. Hamdan. Skandajaga forced to come back very, very deep to pick up possession. Might be a slow burn, this one. Nice defending and picked up by Al-Sharid. Vukovic. Walid Al-Ahmad, 23-year-old with 2 international caps to his name. So they have got quality in their lineup. The Saudi top flight really is a very competitive beast these days. It's not all just about Ronaldo. Al Hilal, of course, made it to the final of the World Club Cup. So if you're in the top flight, you're not a bad little team. That's the ambition for Al-Faisaly, to get back into the top flight. Periodically, percentages of possession stats will come up on your screen. At the moment, it must be 80, almost 90% Foolad, but it's all sideways and square. Bavi. Jega. Had a successful time, especially in Germany with Wolfsburg, did Özkan Jega. Also played in England, the top flight. And towards the end of his career now, but still obviously a very important figure for Foolad. Maybe that's what they need to do a little bit more. This is Agassi just stepping into an advanced position. Hamdan. Where's the movement? Parlavan. Semedo and Rossi effectively operating as wing-backs. It's very much 4-5-1 when defending. Little give and go. Ashkandarjega runs out of space and tries to win it back. Parlavan just puts a foot in high. Al-Kaf is right there, the referee. I do like this referee. Real authority, no doubts about it, no histrionics. It's a foul, he's right there, he's called it, and looks the foulie in the eye as Semedo is beaten to the punch by Shiri. "15 minutes gone, 15 minutes of Foolad KHOUZESTAN possession. Shiri. Sina went long and maybe direct occasionally might be the way. Rossi. It's Abdurrahman Al-Faisaly, the number 39. Started his life with Al Nassr and did pick up international caps. Again, just an expression of a hint of quality, as Walid is another who's picked up Saudi international honours. He's a good athlete, does Walid. Parliament did well. Got body between man and ball. And wins the throw-in for Iran's Foolad KHOUZESTAN. Net wanting to get involved. Most goalkeepers do these days. Buhamdan does well. Torres, first involvement for the Basque international. Throw-in. Working on the long throw, Hasbavi is at the near post, and 3 looking for maybe a bit of a flick on. Hasbavi got there. Might break. Vahid. Semedo clears. Net a long way out of his goal. A rather panicky clearance. I think he was aware that Ahmed Al-Shamrani was trying to make up the ground. Good clear call, though. I'm right up at the top of the main stand, and it's a big stand. The bellow from net all the way up here. Al-Khawazi looking for movement again. It's really congested. All the players condensed into a 30-yard square. Foolad trying to get the ball going quickly, but just a little bit too quickly for Ahmed Al-Kaf's liking. Vahid, Pahlavan, Vahid. Cross too comfortable, too close to the goalkeeper. That's a couple he's got in now. Both are being claimed by the keeper, just needs to get his range right, but Vahid Hadaria. Hasbavi does well. Vukovic is in first. Little break though to Abdulaziz Al-Sharid. Walid Al-Ahmed. That was good pressing for Ashkan Dejega. There was nobody else pressing with him. Vukovic. Walid, a little bit of time and space for Abdulaziz Al-Sharid. Kamazi, Abdulaziz. Rossi, under pressure from Vahid. Little tap on the foot. You do suspect Rossi is one of those who will go down fairly easily. Coach Marinos Ouzanidis having a real go at Salah Al-Khawazi. I think he wants him to play a little bit more direct. Here is Al-Khawazi. Ashkan, foul on the back there of Abdulaziz Al-Sharid. Al-Faisaly. Al-Sharid, out wide is Al-Khelaifi. That's better. Rossi gets to the byline for the first time. Vahid in close attention. Al-Sharid. It's taken 20 minutes, but at last we've seen a little bit of attacking intent from Al-Faisaly as they build up this play once again. Rossi. Al-Faisaly. Forced backwards as the Iranian team push forward en masse. Vukovic, though, will have time to just try and start something once again. Walid over the top. Now Rossi has got pace. Net right to the edge of his penalty area. Timed out well, and there's a mismatch there in terms of pace. If they can release Rossi. Al-Faisaly was really treading water. Buhamdan spreads it wide. Shiri once again getting forward. That was a little ambitious, but Mehdi does all right. For Faisaly, the longer they keep this blank, the more nervous you suspect Foolad will become. Well, Foolad's record in this AFC Champions League defensively is really very good. Just 2 goals conceded in the 6 matches they played in the groups. There's an offside flag there against Sassan Ansari. Hardly had a mention, Ansari. There's the number 3, but he definitely leads the line with support coming from Ashkan Dajaga. Walid. Long ball again, looking for Rossi over the top. Again, Net uses the full extent of his penalty area. That is going to be interesting. It's the long ball, and Rossi, once again, he's got the pace to get away, and Net's starting position is going to have to be so important. Maridi. Hassan Pahlavan keeps it alive. Vahid. Dispossessed. Rossi does well to find Josip Vukovic. Alone from Hajduk Split. Neat and tidy, hard-working, ball-winning midfielder. A big leap from Salah El-Khelaifi, but it's over his head. Javed Nakounam is an animated figure in his technical area. Dajaga does well, spreads the ball out wide. This is Armin Hazbavi, 19-year-old, regular in the Iranian Pro League as they look for Ansari, goalkeeper quickly off his line. The The intention was Semedo, but the direction was about 20 yards off from Ahmed Al-Kasa. Hoisted high by Sina Maridi. Maridi involved again. Vukovic tries to bring it down and just caught on the ankle by Ashkan Dajaga. Walid. Closed down by Ansari. Vukovic. Got a fortunate bounce off the ball. It came back to him from Al-Shamrani. There's Al-Shamrani once again. Well, the possessional stats will have evened up a little bit. We're beyond midway in the first half, but still precious little action in terms of goal-mouth opportunities at either end. Foul by the experienced Sina Maridi. Again, Al-Kasa decides he wants to go long. Rossi won't appreciate that kind of ball. No, he did compete for it. Oh, Agassi! Well, it's off his thigh. Interesting interpretation and good decision-making by Chris Nett. Al-Faisaly bench very frustrated that no back pass was awarded there, but it was distinctly off the thigh. Isan Parlavan. That's better. Rossi, good use of the shoulder, did well. Helps out Al-Kamaiti. And just hoisted forward, looking for Al-Shamrani, but there's too many white shirts there. This won't be a long highlight reel at half-time, I'm afraid. Plenty of possession, plenty of neat and tidy play coming from the team in white. Representing KHOUZESTAN down in the southwest corner of Iran, right on the Iraq border. Maridi tries to play it forward, breaks forward to Rossi. Referee happy, no foul there. Ashkan Dajaga. A little bit of space and doesn't utilise it well. Parlavan. Now the cross from Vahid. Vukovic defends. Dajaga once again. Buhamdan's first touch just took the ball away from a shooting opportunity. And then as a free kick, a clumsy challenge. Nothing too sinister, but clumsy. From the centre forward, Ahmed Al-Shamrani, and that will give a free kick opportunity. It's a long way out. Would need to be something very special if this was going to be a direct shot at goal. Roberto Torres standing over the ball. Three white shirts to the far side if he does go for a cross. Torres goes for goal and it's a long way over. He's not been able to get involved at all. Roberto Torres. Al-Faisaly. Very, very condensed. Torres. Good defensive work, good decision. Al-Faisaly, that was an awkward one for him. He might have waited for his goalkeeper to come out. Instead, he took responsibility. Al-Faisaly good enough to win caps a long time ago. 8 years since his last appearance. And the last long throw that they had, it did get through, and there was a little bit of consternation in the Burgundy back line. Hamdan this time will have a chance to put a cross in with his left foot. That doesn't succeed either. Nice little ball in though. First real strike on goal from Sassan Ansari. Relatively tame, straight down the gloves of Ahmed Al-Faisaly. But he did well to find the space, and Torres has won the ball back. Now there's a chance. Dejaga. Torres cleared from in front of his own goal line. And then Torres trying to hook it back into the middle, puts it out harmlessly for a goal kick. Torres won that ball high up the pitch. That's a decent ball. He's got every right to wonder why nobody's attacking the 6-yard line when he pulls that one back. I really don't think Sassan Ansari is an out-and-out striker. He's playing there regularly. Al-Faisaly fans behind the goal, being defended by Ahmed Al-Faisaly, making all the atmosphere. Right then, Al-Shamrani. Door was closed by Agassi. Semedo. And the defensive work done by Mehdi Shiri. We've seen him in attacking force, Mehdi. Well, not the best defensive clearance. Good defensive work by Pahlavan, and suddenly there's a break on here. It's not a lot of pace. De Jager just tries to help it forward, but Pahlavan is then blocked off by Walid, and a foul conceded by Sassan Ansari. Coach Marinos Uzanidis concerned that his team don't get caught on the breakaway. With such a defensive mindset, that would be the worst way for him, tactically, to concede. As Nakun is just looking for any kind of a breakthrough. There's Willy Semedo. Real flyer when he has the opportunity. No real opportunity there. Vukovic. Al-Faisaly. See much of the ball, Al-Faisaly. Long-handled ball, looking for Kamezi. Rossi. Kamezi went for the give and go, didn't quite come off. 9 minutes to half-time, 9.5 minutes. Haven't been many stoppages, so I can't imagine there'll be a A vast amount of time added on. Al-Faisaly. Nothing really on. Walid gave him the option. Now there's a press is on, but they've got the confidence in themselves to play the ball out from the back. Nicely done between Walid and Asiri. Walid's given the ball away though to Pahlavan. Gulhamdin. Smuggled it out. Ihsan Pahlavan. A nice dummy by Torres, but there's nobody following in. That was a whisker away from being a breakaway. As Vahid comes forward. Just left the pass a little bit short, or maybe Ashkan didn't really go for it. Gulhamdin, once again, Asbavi has come short. Asbavi is the target. Asbavi is the man who gets there. And KSA, comfortable catch. Shamrani beaten to the punch by Asbavi. Al-Sharid. But seems very neat and tidy in possession. Trying to play it on the ground, avoiding the long ball forward, and plenty of energy in midfield, as you're seeing there. The challenge coming in from Ansari. Gassi has to be careful. And he's pulled Al-Shamrani down. He struggled a little bit with pace. Al-Faisaly, and he's going to get a yellow card for that. He was very aware of Ahmed Al-Shamrani. Grabbed him round the collar. I suspect Gassi is one of those who likes the ball to come in so he can head it clear. Penalty box defender. First yellow card of the game for Al-Faisaly. Rossi has a chance to push this one in. Vukovic is up there. The two centre-backs are also up there. Walid. Pahlavan, a one-man wall. Rossi teased it in. Header might break to the far side to Semedo. Walid did brilliantly. That's a good effort. And Mehdi Shiri is under pressure. Semedo. That's been a good battle, but Semedo gets possession. That's a well-timed challenge. Needed to be. Good work by Sina Marida. Vukovic. Hoisted long again. Agassi lets the ball bounce. Al-Shamrani. Well, he's really struggled, Arif Agassi, against that ball over the top, as you can see the well-timed tackle by Maridi. It's close. Touches the ball onto Semedo. First corner for the team in Burgundy. Net punches clear, only to the edge of the penalty area. Took out Walid, who's hurt in the penalty area. Goalkeeper came out aggressively. Well, Walid's going for the ball. He scored when he's on the way down. Ooh, there's an arm round him there, isn't there? That'll be interesting. VAR is in operation here. They will restart with a drop ball. Al-Kaf will ask Foolad to give the ball back, or will give it directly to Al-Faisaly. Rossi's going to chase that. And Rossi gets possession right then. Rossi's cross is a good one. That's well defended by Hasbavi. Jaga doesn't get it quite right, but he has been the best outlet for Foolad. Where are the goals going to come from? Obvious source is actually for Al-Faisaly, and the pace to expose any space behind Arif Agassi, who's on a yellow card, has looked a little bit nervous when the ball is played over his shoulder. It's Hasbavi, finds the Austrian goalkeeper net. Hasbavi looks for Mehdi. Asiri is over covering. Al-Shabaab and Al Duhail have won their way through to the quarterfinals of the AFC Champions League. Later on tonight, Al Hilal in action just down the road at the Al-Janaibi Stadium. It remains goalless between Foolad in the white and Al-Faisaly from Saudi Arabia in the burgundy. Just told off for calling it maroon to the team kit man. Burgundy, that's the nickname that Al-Faisaly made, and they made it famous by winning the King's Cup some 20 months ago. Maridi, Abu Hamdan, Ansari comes off his chin after the slightest little touch there from Al-Khamaizi. Well, they've been very organised, very difficult to break down. They've got good athletic central defenders. The goalkeeper whose starting position is good, competitive in midfield, and A threat of danger with pace from Rossi and Semedo and Al-Shamrani. Here is Semedo. Now then, a first break for a long time. But they don't take advantage of it. Al-Faisaly comes backwards. Referee calls an end to a competitive, if relatively chanceless, first half. Al-Faisaly will be happy with their defensive organisation. Foolad, KHOUZESTAN, we know they have problems scoring goals. It'll need something a little bit special to try to break it down. The only yellow card of the half going to Arif Agassi. Al-Faisaly coming back into the game in the latter stages, the last 10 minutes. But at half-time, it is goalless at the Al Tamama Stadium. It is Foolad, KHOUZESTAN 0. Al-Faisaly from Saudi Arabia 0. A very warm welcome back to the Al Jamama Stadium. We are in Doha, just 20 kilometres to the south of Doha, actually. One of the venues made for the World Cup. And was trialled in the Arab Cup and is now the venue for at least 4 matches here in the AFC Champions League West Region knockout stages. We're in the third of the round of 16 matches. Foolad, KHOUZESTAN, 0. Al-Faisaly from Saudi Arabia, 0. Al-Faisaly in the burgundy. We'll go from right to left in this second half. Foolad, KHOUZESTAN, who had all the ball without really showing any real penetration. I've got a lot of work to do to break down Mariano Susanidis' side. The Greek coach will be very happy with the work rate shown by his side. No changes from either team at half-time. Second half, it is the burgundy of Al-Faisaly who get us underway. And immediately a chance. Number 22, Yassine Banawi, to get the ball forward. It's a free kick, though, gone to Foolad. Here's Hasbavi, the centre-back, onto Austrian goalkeeper Christopher Net. Net goes long. Ansari loses out that battle to the centre-backs. They've looked very lightweight up front, have Foolad, so for all of their possession, they haven't really been able to create an awful lot. Torres down this right-hand side hasn't got onto the ball at all. Parlavan down the left-hand side only occasionally. Fullbacks, although they've been getting forward, haven't been able to get decent crosses in. And when they do, there's nobody really central enough to take them. Ashkan Dajaga keeps possession onto Hasbavi. Here's Refagasi into Buhamdan. He's been neat and tidy in the heart of midfield. It's a 4-2-3-1 for both sides, ostensibly. More a 4-3-3, 4-5-1 for Al-Faisaly when they're defending. The two wide players, Rossi and Willy Semedo, they just tuck in to help the midfield trio. There's Torres, tries to play the ball into Parlavan, but here comes central. 88 is Abdulaziz Al-Sharid. Now then, a little bit of a chance to break forward. They come back though. Al-Sharid goes back to Al-Khamaizi. Vukovic. Both teams very confident and competent in possession until the final third. There's a lack of options as much as quality for them to aim for. Alcácer looks to start things off. Goes long, Rossi will lose those to Agassi 99 times out of 100. Maridi just found Walid, who's been very strong at centre-back. Vukovic, a nice shield in front of his two centre-backs. Banawi. Semedo. Loses out to Torres. Al-Shamrani, he's got away from Hasbavi. The pace of Al-Faisaly is what could decide this. Al-Shamrani wins a corner. First of the second period, second of the game for Al-Faisaly, who have grown in confidence as this game has gone on. They spent 30 minutes literally defending their own penalty area. Very, very few breakouts, but then they realised that they did have an out ball, the long ball over the top. And the pace of Rossi and Semedo could embarrass and hurt Foolad, KHOUZESTAN. Rossi's got 5 burgundy shirts to aim for. As Pavi defends well. Oh, it's a lovely ball over the shoulder. Walid! Well, that was really nice and creative. Walid's effort was a difficult one as it came down. Felt it over the top, but how about this for a little bit of invention? Little dink over his shoulder. There's the centre-back, Al-Faisaly. Clever play. Torres. Just a little tug back on Banawi. This free kick seems to be taking an age. Not sure what the assistant referee is stopping him for. Siri hoists it in. Semedo the target. It'll break out to Parlavan. He's under a bit of pressure. Very fine, Al-Shabib. Vahid finds Agassi. Just finds the green seats on the far side of this impressively appointed stadium. I wonder how often it's going to be filled. There were 10,000 here for the first round of 16 matches. As that cross comes in, Vahid gets a trailing leg in there. Abdulaziz Al-Sharid has done well, and then not so well, and then wins it back. Semedo. Across the face of goal, not the best effort from Saleh Al-Khelaifi. Very much a defender's finish. Net's got the ball working quickly. Mehdi Shiri. Torres. Dejaga. Torres. It's been like that. Any forward momentum is quickly stifled, and you've got the 4-5-1 formation that you've got to pick your way through. If you're Foolad. Long ball over the top, and again Shiri does really well, finds Torres. Torres can deliver. Asiri does well to defend. Al-Shamrani. And then Walid steps out from the back. There's a man down in the middle of the pitch, and it's a defensive player, Sina Maridi. But Al-Faisaly playing on through Rossi. His effort is blocked. Now that play has ended. Referee Ahmed Al-Kaf from Oman has been very much in control of things, stops play. I think it was an awkward landing on the arm for Sina Maridi. Good camera work, shows exactly that is what happened. He dived in and, yeah, ooh, both studs. Completely accidental, but that doesn't make it any less painful. The earlier opportunity. Does like to get forward. Al-Shamrani hassles well. 3 points for rugby, no points in football. Saleh Al-Khelaifi, 31 years of age, but good athletic figure up and down that right-hand side. Hopefully he'll be all right, because that was nasty the way the studs caught him. Luckily, Sina Maridi is back. Jaga. Block tackle, does well. Has Bavi. Hoists it up forward. Again, it's a little bit lightweight, Sassan Ansari. But chase and hassle. He was asking for a handball there, the number 3. Being asked to lead the line. Sina is back on the field of play. Four white shirts in the penalty area, but Mehdi has got to launch it an awful long way to reach the first of them. Little push there by Amin Hasbavi. He's the target. 4 times they've tried that. He's just stronger. Understandable why the free kick is given. 10 minutes played in the second half. It's very much the same as the first. A little bit more adventure, a little bit more invention, perhaps, from Al-Faisaly. They certainly know they're not going to be outplayed by Foolad. Keep the hard work going, keep that shape intact. With 5 substitutions allowed, fresh legs will come on for any of the players who are looking a little bit tired. Here's Mehdi. Tries to cut inside. Again, there's just a wall of burgundy in front of him. Guhamdan. Mehdi puts the cross in, but nobody coming until the very last moment when Vahid makes a late run forward from left back. He goes back to Sina. Refagasi, Guhamdan. It's off Guhamdan, and that will be a throw-in for Al-Faisaly. Distinct lack of pace in the Foolad KHOUZESTAN side. Without pace, another option to look forward is maybe a target man. There's no real target man for them up front. They're relying on a little bit of trickery, a little bit of magic, and some stout defence to pick up points. It's not really working for them in the Persian Gulf League. 9th in the table at the moment, 5th and 6th in the last 2 seasons, so difficult to beat. Torres. There's an example of a lack of a focal point to aim for. Pahlavan was trying to get in there. He's not the tallest at 5'6", and Torres hasn't got a big target man to aim for. Here is Torres once again. Deflected shot. The encouraging thing, if you are a Foolad fan, is that Torres is getting more involved in this second half. As Walid clears it down the line, looks for Rossi. The Brazilian, flamboyant. And so many from that wonderful footballing nation are. Mehdi. Vahid. Ansari knocked off the ball very easily. And then Pahlavan, I think, has won a throw-in. Komadze is wanting a free kick. Pahlavan just leaning into him. Ref again. It's not going to happen. He was looking for it, wasn't he? And again, I do like this. The referee is saying, OK, I'll let you ask the question once, twice. You've asked me a 3rd time. Long throw in once again. Again, not properly cleared. But a goal kick is the end result. Walid was looking for Rossi. Sina's in there. Balaban, nice first touch. Not the best pass though for Ansari. Ball had gone out of play. It's a throw into Al-Faisaly. Seems to be a Saudi factory of these strong, athletic centre-backs. Walid, very much of a type. Strong, aggressive, lean, pacey, and increasingly confident on the ball. Siri alongside him there. They proved a formidable pairing so far. As Bavi. Siri lets that one go over his head, and Walid is over covering, just to emphasise the point. Mehdi. The Jaga gets it out to Torres. Semedo is there, and a nice little give and go between him and Al-Dosari. And Semedo carries on his run. The Jaga does some good defensive work. He's clearly the main man in KHOUZESTAN. Beyond the hour, still goalless. Mehdi has a chance to get forward. Torres available. All a little bit static. Mehdi's cross, flat. Ansari loses out. That's nicely played by Al-Sharid. Abdelaziz then looks for Semedo. One important challenge once again by Ashkan Dajaga. Agassi, he picked up a yellow card in the first half, and he was a little bit embarrassed by the pace of Ahmed Al-Shamrani. Wondering when or if the substitutions are going to happen. Sina, net. Austrian goalkeeper started off in Europe, and then made this move to West Asia, which is a goalkeeper. Doesn't often work too well, foreigners being in the squad. I shouldn't say it doesn't work too well, it's just not often a selection. Parlaban coming in, just trying to find some of the ball, Ihsan Parlaban. Mehdi. Again, the cross, but who's there? Oh, Hassan is! Oh, it's a giveaway goal! Sassan Ansari capitalising on a dreadful error by Al-Faisaly. Walid Al-Ahmad, overconfident in his own penalty area. That's why the celebrations are there. Mehdi gets the cross in. There looks to be no danger. And then Walid decides, oh, let's be a little bit fancy. It's not Walid, though, is it? It's Al-Kamaiti, the right back, and Walid tried to atone for it, but that is just overconfidence in your own penalty area. And he's only been working off scraps Sasan Ansari, but Sasan has given Foolad the lead. '64th minute. Al-Faisaly, after all that hard work, all that defensive discipline, all that negating the opposition, it's a really, really overconfident mistake that gifts the lead to Foolad KHOUZESTAN. Oh, very often there's a reason why you're playing in the second flight. Javed Nakunem is full of energy. On the other bench, Marinus Uzanidis is still saying, I do not believe what we have just gifted Foolad. There's Bavi, a little ankle tap. Free kick goes to Al-Faisaly. Now we're going to have to change tactics a little bit because we are approaching the final final quarter of the match. Vukovic plays it short to Ahmed Assiri. He goes to Walid. To the culprit, Al-Faisaly. There's a little knot of maybe 20 fans from Iran. They provoked a response from the knot of 100 or so fans who made the journey up from Hama City. There's the goal scorer, Ansari. Vukovic. Wanted movement from Semedo, got it eventually. There is Semedo, nice give and go with Al-Dosari. Semedo just doesn't make it to Rossi. And Parlavan was good enough to win one international cap. Does some good defensive work. That's Bavi. A couple of youngsters coming through the ranks at Foolad. There was always the feeling it would be a mistake or something brilliant that would be needed to break the deadlock here. It is a mistake, sadly. The Foolad are unhappy about that. It's Torres. Kajaga, that's done well. Sasan Ansari once again. Kajaga. Goes down. Free kick has been given against him for simulation. There's going to be a yellow card here. Went down very easily. Really not difficult to sympathise with the referee on that one. Here's the goal once again. There is no danger until the right back tries to be too clever. Sasan Ansari couldn't have expected a better pass from one of his own players. Kajaga. The second player in the book after R16. Mehdi. Al-Dosari beaten in the air. Bit of head tennis. A couple of thumping tackles. Torres hooks it down the line. Since an answer, he would have been offside, so doesn't chase it. It's Al-Faisaly just mop up for Al-Faisaly, who need to change their game plan. Al-Faisaly sweeps it out to Walid. Al-Shamrani comes short. Beaten to the punch. Sharid. Semedo. Vukovic. Al-Kumaiti. Al-Shamrani. Al-Kumaiti. Al-Shamrani. Vukovic. That's the kind of ball that Al-Faisaly likes to deal with. Abdulaziz. Al-Dosari needs to become more influential. Abdurrahman Al-Dosari. Certainly seeing a little bit more of the ball in the 5 minutes since the goal. But we're into the final 20 minutes of the game now. With Al-Qasr. Al-Dosari, indeed, demanding more and more of possession. Al-Shamrani. Rossi. Al-Kumaiti. Al-Faisaly preparing to make their first change. Abdelmajid Al-Suat is preparing to come on, as that's just too far ahead of Vukovic. If there was any pace, you'd say a break is on here for Foolad, but pace is not one of their attributes. And here indeed is the change. Ahmed Al-Shamrani, who's worked pretty hard. He's coming off. Al-Suat comes on. A change also. I think it's Vahid is off and Said Vasse comes on. In a more attack-minded move. It's the Jager over on the far side. He's gone off, so Vasse will come on. Minutes to try and get themselves a place, a famous place in the quarter-finals of the AFC Champions League for Al-Faisaly. Balaban. Al-Faisaly. Flag stays down. Balaban. Against Al-Kumaiti. Vahid. Vasse. Ansari wanted an early ball and was standing in an offside position. Al-Dosari. Vukovic. At least the energy levels have gone up since the goal. There's got to be a response from Al-Faisaly. And they're looking for it. Semedo. A little shove in the back of Al-Faisaly. Find any kind of contact will result in players staying down just a little bit longer. Professionalism, they call it. Somehow though, Semedo and Rossi have got to be given more of the ball if Al-Faisaly are to have a chance. Nets ball, looks for the goal scorer Ansari. Bassey, good strength from him. He's gone into a more central position. Foul by Semedo, frustration for Al-Faisaly. Sina. Ned will just take his time. And it comes from Benawi. A little pullback there by Bassey. Hasbabi's played well. He's the inexperienced one of the back two centre-backs. Challenge there from Walid, just a little bit too eager to get hold of the ball. It gives Sassan Ansari a chance just to eke out a little bit of time. Bassey is onside, the flag has stayed down. Bassey then steps on the ball. He's only just come into the game recently. Vukovic can break forward. Looks for Rossi. Al-Suat. Rossi too far ahead of Vukovic, and Vukovic is out of position now. Sina slows things down. Issam Parlaban. I've liked the look of. He's been very, very hard-working, neat and tidy. Without causing too many problems going forward. A real reluctance from Al-Faisaly to change the mindset. Oh, Semedo. So nearly intercepts. Well, we had a goal at one end, courtesy an error. We nearly had an equaliser, courtesy an error. The tattooed arms, though, of Chris Nett still to be beaten. Sorry. Rossi got in there ahead of Vahid. Final 12 minutes or so, and Agassi intercepted by Semedo. Rebound's just not breaking to burgundy shirts. Double change. New players, Abdullah Ibrahim Al-Qahtani, famous name in Saudi football. disgruntled to be one of those to be taken off. Ismail Omar Ahmad replacing the disgruntled Brazilian. Suat just eased off the ball by Hamid Buhamdan. Vukovic. First touch there was very, very reckless from Ismail Omar. Vukovic, this touch lets him down as well, but they still retain possession. Banawi over the top, looks for Semedo. Agassi is there. Say a little bit too physical in on Vukovic. Suarez with a touch of cramp. Walid. Siri. Al-Suat. Oh, the width provided on this side by Al-Qahtani. Walid. Kumazi, Vukovic. It's Foolad's turn to be disciplined, and they are. Torres gave Hasbavi a difficult ball. Here's Mehdi. Clever from Mehdi Shiri. That'll be a yellow card. Oh, he's got away with that. He has got away with that one. Ahmad Asiri. Can go long, and he's got the option of Vasse now. There is a target man. Torres. Ansari has continued his hard, diligent work. Torres again. Mehdi available. Vasse short. It's well defended. The left back, Yazin Banawi. Change for Foolad. Roberto Torres coming off. Just showed that little bit of cramp. Goes down on the floor. And will be asked to leave by the nearest touchline, which he decides is this near touchline. Sina Shahabasi is going to come on. Mehdi's throw comes short. Ansari looks really relieved to have a big centre forward. Look at that work from Ansari. Wins the corner. It's not only the goal for Sassan Ansari, he's got somebody to share the workload in Vasse up front. And it's made such a difference to him, and I would argue to the team. Mehdi, and the header. Couldn't really keep it down. Decent effort though from Sina Maridi. And recovered. 5.5 minutes left for Al-Faisaly to rescue an unlikely dream. Asbavi. Throw-in will go the way of Foolad KHOUZESTAN. A couple more changes are just being prepared by Marinos Uzanidis. As they go and try and give it a last shot to try to get this game all level and take us into extra time. That would be the plan. Ismail Omar. Walid. Yazin. All backwards and square, which will suit the Iranians because it just eats up time. Yasin once again. Vukovic. He's got to go sideways, but there's a little bit of space for Walid to move into. Al-Suat. Just look busy. Al-Suat's there again. But it's a handball. The double change. Oh, there's one at least. Ali Abdullah Al Sultan comes on at left back, and Vukovic sprints off to be replaced by Michel Sibiani. Al-Katani. Handball given there against Shahabasi. He's come into this right-back position, allowing Mehdi to take a more advanced position further up the pitch. Al-Katani. Idea is to take that one down the line from Al Sultan. Bassey's strength. Ansari now has somebody to help him. Loses out to Asiri. Sorry, Al-Suat. This is Michel. Big, strong character. Reverting to 3 at the back with Michel, but that means the wing-backs need to get forward a lot more. Here's Al-Suat. Just hoists it high. First header is one. Agassi wins the second. Comes out to Al-Katani. Al-Katani wins a corner. They're not going to change just yet. Mehdi is going to be changed, but not just yet. They're going to let the corner come in first. Plenty of burgundy shirts forward. The header wide from Walid to Al-Faisaly. Players rose, and it was odds on that Walid would just guide this one into the corner. He got there first, but he's guided it wide. In a game of very, very few chances, that was by far the best for Al-Faisaly. Change for Foolad. Mohamed Nejad Mehdi comes on to replace Mehdi. Four minutes to add on. Al-Faisaly. Agassi, helped out by Vahid. Parlavan, right place once again. Sazan Ansari. That will be a Al-Faisaly throw-in. They've shown a ton of energy since going behind. Net out quickly, grabs the ball safely. Ali's header, Al-Faisaly. You do very often wonder, energy shown in the last 15 to 20 minutes, why didn't the team who went a goal down, why didn't they show this energy before? Al-Swat, Semedo, dispossessed, fairly. Vassay, still running Vassay, smuggles it out to Lisan Parlavan. Lisan, I think, is just going to retain possession. He's got Vahid in support. Ismail Omar just tugged back, free kick. Opportunity to get burgundy shirts forward. Walid is one of them. Big number 99. Has just been forced forward for the last couple of minutes. And Marinos is saying, why didn't we launch it? Now they do. Semedo, though, beaten in the air by Hasbabi. Well played by the young centre-back. Al-Swat, second chance. Just going to be aimed by Al-Faisaly towards the far post, where Walid gets the header. Semedo, his foot is slightly high. And the match winner, Sazan Ansari. I might say that, be saying that prematurely. The clock is ticking down. Ali wins the throw-in for Al-Faisaly. Last chance. They really need to get the ball forward pretty quickly. Walid is still operating as an out-and-out centre-forward. That's aimed towards the big number 99, but Sina is there. Al-Swat helps it forward, and Al-Swat will get a second chance. Helps it towards the back post, where Vahid's done well to beat Ismail Omar. And then Ismail Omar, a little push in the back, and that'll earn him a yellow card for his reaction. But they've really offered too little too late. Final whistle goes. It's an untidy but an effective single-goal victory. Sazan Ansari, the man to take advantage of a defensive error and enable Foolad KHOUZESTAN to make it through to the quarter-finals of the AFC Champions League. Javad Nakuna, his team were the better team without really offering too much going forward. They huffed and they puffed in the final 20 minutes after going behind, did Al-Faisaly, but the second division team from Saudi Arabia found it just a little bit too much. It's a victory for Foolad. It's memorable for them, but more importantly, it advances them through to the quarter-finals of the AFC Champions League, and they're organised enough to cause problems for more highly ranked teams, but they do need to offer more going forward. Javad Nakuna offers his handshakes, and Foolad KHOUZESTAN are safely through. It's finished here at the Al Tamama Stadium as Foolad KHOUZESTAN 1, Al-Faisaly from Saudi Arabia 0.